Guys, welcome back to Food Big Ag Expose with Omega Fats Action Network. We are coming on the Antibiotic Awareness Week, okay, where the World Health Organization is pleading with the agriculture sector to use antibiotics responsibly. And while the manure runoff is a disaster, the Roundup Ready feed and the agrochemicals used on the feed crops is an abject environmental disaster, people are being gypped and duped out of simple nutrition information. When a big company like Jimmy Dean is furnishing blank fields where their data should be, look at how many listings. This is Jimmy Dean. This is a multi-million, what is this, ConAgra? I believe, look at this. No calories per serving. No total fat. Look at, they can't do this math. This is like Food Service Direct, but it's furnished. Why would a company do this? And we were tipped off from this article on Americans for Mature Citizens, Association for Mature American Citizens, upstanding, conservative-leaning organization that warned in 2013 of all these trans fat content food categories. So I'm like, oh man, a lot of these must have reformed by now. The unsafe status has been finalized. So they're like, yeah, Jimmy Dean has trans fat. And sure enough, I go and I look. Okay, it's somewhere on that article. Alright, so I go and I look, and I was just expecting to see if they have grams trans fat. And instead, I find all these jacked up labels where they can't do the math. Look at this. You think eating all these processed foods is eating away at the neurological connections that, I mean, it actually physiologically is basically proven to do that it impairs your neurology. So here we go. Yeah, a lot of these, I just flipping, it's all over this website. These incomplete listings with misleading, why can't they fill in the fields? Why didn't somebody, I mean, they can do the math in their, why list 0 calories, 0 sodium? I mean, is this just willful? Can they just list nothing instead of something that's false and leave people to, you know, mouth water at the pictures and not flipping be, you know, presented with false info? So there you go. Partially hydrogenated's right up there in the ingredients on some of these. Bacon breakfast bowl. So not only can we not trust them to just do the math. There we go. Partially hydrogenated, the third ingredient, but it doesn't get up to the threshold where it's over 0.5 of a gram. So, you know, you can trust them to do all this other important math, but yeah. So pay attention to best believe that they don't meet the trans fat threshold to list it as a flippin' gram. Highly suspect in many regards. And Jimmy Dean, you flippin' are running afoul. This is running afoul. Not only is your food count as adulterated by including partially hydrogenated, patently unsafe, there's no even ways for our body to properly process partially hydrogenated. There we go again. 0 fat, 0 sodium. I'm sure all the health groups are thrilling to see these highly processed meat products with no sodium, knowing that people's blood pressure isn't flipping death spiral stuff. I'm reading on this site, there's a review. This chick asking for coupons because her over 65 husband only eats Jimmy Dean prepared boxed things, so he needs 4 or 5 a day. And would they please, I mean, you guys are seriously up shit creek if people are relying on this for their nutrient density and their strength. There we go. How many times are you going to see it? I saw partially hydrogenated quite a few times. Okay. So it's buyer beware. And I just don't like there's ways to mislead people that aren't just like factually on their face dumb to present. And why? Like, why? I just don't know. But I can sing you a song about trans fats. You think National Academies of Sciences publish and spin. There's no safe level to take in. We don't mean it in jest. No safe level to ingest. Unless you want to induce cardiac arrest. We don't want your endothelials beset by such dysfunction. Your fries demand a court injunction. Sure, we think it's fair you disclose the unsafe nature of the oil you chose. The legacy of artery clog coincides with brain fog. Does that make you feel safe? Cops stuffing trans fats donuts in their face. How is that not a disgrace? There's no denying the oil you're frying's making people dying. Heart attack, you ought to know by now. High ratio means deleterious. Is that what you want for your body? FDA mandates right away. Keep chronic disease at bay. Adhere to them Circle K and Speedway. Make sure your fryer oil reliance gets informed by the National Academies of Science. Non-grass equals no-go. And FDA science is clear on that. Trans fats causing heart attacks. What the hell? What the hell? Trans fats raise your LDL. Partially hydrogenated counts as adulterated. Partial hydrogenation beckons utter degeneration. Hey Popeyes, time to realize. Death knells ringing in your Cajun fries. Don't put your death trap in disguise. Label it. We deserve disclosure. Don't clog up, don't clog up, don't clog up. No, no, no. Are free to fight for healing in the world. Boycott trans fat butters phasing world. It's not just Yale researchers experiencing neurosis. Trans fats cause arteriosclerosis. Trans fats. What you know about that? We're not down with that. I can't go for that. Won't go for that. Not that trans fat. Trans fats warning notice. Arteriosclerosis. You should really know this. Just a hodgepodge of fun stuff I made up to say it. All you manufacturers out there, please don't dupe us. Please don't add insult to injury by hiding what you're doing. For heaven's sakes. Rid the trans fats right away. actonfats.com, our blog is updated with this. How to avoid trans fats. Then we're going to put up a synopsis of everywhere where the fraudulent labels are being presented. So enjoy the expose. Lots of love.